Froome is facing questions after returning an adverse drugs test at the Vuelta in Espana. The Team Sky rider had double the allowed level of legal asthma drug Salbutamol in his urine. Cycling's world governing body, the UCI, wants more details from the team, but says Froome is not suspended. The Briton, 32, says he increased his dosage, but it was within the legal limits, and the UCI is absolutely right to ask questions. Froome says he took his team doctor's advice to up his inhaler use after his asthma symptoms got worse during the Vuelta. He became the first Briton to win the 3-week race around Spain, and it followed his Tour de France victory in July. He was notified of the adverse analytical finding on 20 September 2017. The urine test, taken on 7 September, showed levels of the drug, Salbutamol, which is commonly taken for asthma, were at 2,000 nanograms per milliliter, mg per milliliter. That compares to the World Anti-Doping Agency's Wada threshold of 1,000 mg per ml.The. Use of Salbutamol is permitted, without the need of a therapeutic use exemption, but only within certain doses. No other samples taken from Froome during the race needed further examination.The organising body of Vuelta said it will await the UCI's official conclusions before any further action, adding its position is one of extreme caution, as it hopes for this issue to be resolved as quickly as possible. The information has only come to light following a Team Sky statement on Wednesday, issued on the back of recent media reports. The UCI also published details of its investigation on Wednesday.The. UCI says analysis of Froome's A and B samples shows levels which exceed the limit. Team Sky insists the rider inhaled no more than the permissible dose.Froome, who has suffered with asthma since childhood, says he welcomed the investigation. It is well known that I have asthma and I know exactly what the rules are. I use an inhaler to manage my symptoms, always within the permissible limits, and I know for sure that I will be tested every day I wear the race leader's jersey. My asthma got worse at the Vuelta, so I followed the team doctor's advice to increase my Salbutamol dosage. I take my leadership position in my sport very seriously. The UCI is absolutely right to examine test results, and, together with the team, I will provide whatever information it requires. Team Sky boss Dave Brailsford said they are cooperating fully with the investigation. There are complex medical and physiological issues which affect the metabolism and excretion of Salbutamol. The analysis of the B sample has confirmed the results of the rider's A sample, and the proceedings are being conducted in line with the UCI anti-doping rules. Pursuant to Article 7.9.1.of UCI anti-doping rules, the presence of a specified substance such as salbutamol in a sample does not result in the imposition of such mandatory provisional suspension against the rider. Quote, last week, former UCI chief Brian Cookson said Team Sky should have its reputation reinstated following unproven doping allegations and questions over its use of therapeutic use exemptions, TUs, permission to use otherwise banned substances when there is a proven medical need. I don't think anyone should be surprised when the professional sports team pushes the rules right to the very limit, Cookson said. In November, UK anti-doping completed its investigation into allegations of wrongdoing at Team Sky and British Cycling. The 14-month inquiry was looking into claims on this medical package delivered to Sir Bradley Wiggins at the Criterion-Du Dauphiné in 2011. Rupert said it had been unable to prove the package contained a banned substance that Wiggins had sought to use banned anti-inflammatory drug triamcinolone for allergies and respiratory issues before the 2011 Tour de France, his 2012 Tour win and the 2013 Giro-d'Italia. Wiggins, British Cycling and Team Sky always denied any wrongdoing. Like Wiggins, Froome was named in leaked medical records by the Russian hackers Fancy Bears as one of the athletes to use during competition. The documents claimed he was given the exemption for the asthma drug permissible in May 2013 and April 2014. Earlier this year, the rider admitted he rejected a tube for his asthma during his Tour de France win in 2015. The greatest cyclist in the world, and arguably Britain's most successful current sports star, now faces a fight to salvage his reputation. Such has been Froome's domination of his sport and his use of medication to treat his asthma. He has repeatedly been forced to insist he is clean, and infamously faced abuse from some roadside spectators during the 2015 Tour de France. He has also been a vocal critic of abuse of TUs. Some observers have made the point that Froome made no mention or seemed to show any signs of acute asthma symptoms or illness during the Vuelta. Some are also surprised at Froome's announcement 2 weeks ago that he was riding in the next summer's Giro-d'Italia when he privately knew that this situation could mean he may be banned for the race. But others will remain confident and hopeful that he can satisfactorily explain the elevated levels of salbutamol and continue his lucrative career that has earned him a £4 million a year contract with Team Sky. Certainly, there will be much at stake when the UCI rule. This could also be yet another blow to Team Sky too. already under pressure over their use of TEWs. Last month a UK anti-doping investigation into a mystery delivery to former rider Sir Bradley Wiggins concluded, but made clear, that a lack of medical records meant that there was no evidence to back up the team's version of events. That episode was damaging enough, but this could be much worse. Not just for Froome and his team, but for the whole of the sport too. Italian rider Dave Brailsford got a 9-month ban in 2014 for having 1,920 mg per milliliter in his test results. His countryman Alessandro Petacchi was banned for a year for a reading of 1,320 mg per milliliter in 2007. But riders have also been able to successfully explain adverse analytic findings. Leonardo Piepoli avoided a ban in 2007. Should Froome not be able to similarly successfully explain the anomaly, he could be stripped of his Vuelta title, and may be unable to ride in May's Giro d'Italia as he seeks to become just the third rider to win 3 successive Grand Tours, or defend his Tour de France title in July. According to the NHS, Salbutamol is used to relieve symptoms of asthma such as coughing, wheezing and feeling breathless. It works by relaxing the muscles of the airways into the lungs, which makes it easier to breathe. Salbutamol comes in an inhaler, which is usually blue.I. If people are unable to use an inhaler, Salbutamol can be given as tablets, capsules or syrup. Wada introduced strict dosage regulations for 2017 for several asthma drugs including Salbutamol over concerns about the increase in use among athletes. Several medical studies have suggested there is no enhancement in performance for an athlete inhaling Salbutamol. Dr. Tom Bassendale, an anti-doping scientist at Sheffield Hallam University, now expects Froome to have laboratory tests to try to explain the abnormal result. The regulations allow the athlete to go through a controlled experiment, where he will replicate the dosage taken and try to show why his body might have a different physiological makeup which gave the result, he told BBC Sport. But he said he was surprised that such a common drug as Salbutamol had caused this issue. I wouldn't anticipate a few extra puffs on an inhaler would have any performance-enhancing effect, he added. The drug can have similar effects to drinking coffee. Your heart beats faster. It can give you a quick boost like caffeine. Dr. Bassendale said there are a number of reasons why the test result could have been so high, but the main explanation in athletes would be dehydration. When the body is dehydrated, it can increase the concentration of the drug in the system, he said. Hours out riding a bike through the mountains might have that effect. But having said that, Froome has been a professional athlete for some time and hasn't had any issue like this before. Top athletes are more likely to have asthma than the general population. This is down to the large volumes of air they breathe in through their mouths when exercising at high intensity over long periods of time. When the air is cold and dry, this can trigger asthma-related symptoms such as wheezing, shortness of breath and tightness in the chest, also known as exercise-induced asthma. Cyclists are particularly at risk because of the high aerobic element of the sport. If asthma is already diagnosed in elite athletes, then intensive exercise can make it worse. But if it is properly treated, the condition should not prove a disadvantage.